Yes, guys, welcome back. And of course, leo tubahatishi, by the way, in studio. Guest wetu, like, I know y'all have been waiting to see him, you know, come to Chat Spot, and finally, the man himself is here. So let's move on to On the Spot. Well, in studio today, I think it's going to be a fire show. We are having a dad, a father, he's an artist, he's an entrepreneur, is a big, actually this week he achieved something that has not happened to, you know, another Kenyan artist, if I'm not wrong. But today he's going to be telling us about it, none other than Bahati. Hey!
What?
Bahati aliachakulia.
First time on the Chat Spot.
Ali Harden by that.
It looks really nice on you, this
Yeah,
set.
you need to come by more.
Nimekuwa nikiangalia mkirosto watu. Please.
Tunarostiana.
Tusiroast mtu hapa. Please.
Tunapenda
How's everything?
Hey.
We want
good?
It's nice to see you.
Happy. Nakuonanga na watoi. I love kids.
Yeah.
We anakuja lini mtoto?
Wewe ni nini? Hakuna pressure, unaanza kuniroast, ni wewe tuna roast.
Oh, sawa.
You're on the seat. Lakini Bahati wacha tu tuanze tu show.
Ni Bahati tena. Yo, it's Bahati tena.
Tena aje na hujai kuja.
Oh,
It's Bahati leo.
It's Bahati. For the first time on Chat Spot, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Switch TV.
So Bahati, do we call you a gospel artist or a secular one?
An entertainer.
Okay, so you're not in any.
Yeah, just call me an entertainer who knows God.
Yeah. Who loves God?
And knows him.
Okay.
And knows God.
Yeah,
Let's talk about the knowing part of you, because you know you've been very controversial. Unajua pop spot, you're always popping on our spot, by the way.
Oh my.
Unakwanga tu hivi Bahati amefanya, Bahati amesema, Bahati you know. But you know, let's talk about the knowing God. How did it start for you? Tukumbushe watu.
For me, I think if I can go back, it's like God has been like my father, my parent. I've grown in a children's home, you know, ABC Kenya Children's Home. I lost my parents when I was so young. So all my life, I learned to depend on God till today. Yeah.
Wow. And Bahati, when let's talk about your album. Ulikuwa umewekwa pale America. How did that come about?
Na leo mwanzi na maswali ngumu.
Tutaki kukuuliza. How did that come about?
For me, this is my first album. It means a lot to me. I've done my album at a time where, you know, I've been going through a lot of rebranding for the last 1 year, and that's the reason nimekuwa chini ya maji in terms of interviews. So for me, this album was to mark 7 years.
Okay.
It's a perfection. It's kind of nikama 7 perfection for me, and I needed to do it in an extraordinary way, from the songs to the marketing to everything. Everything that I'm doing is nimejaribu sana ni put in a lot of details in it. And that's why I chose Times Square, you know. Nikachukua billboard pale, and people are streaming, people are streaming that.
We are happy for you.
And I'm happy.
But do you feel like, you know, these 7 years being very important and very significant in your life, and the last 1 year, you are rebranding. Do you feel that is, yani, the Bahati we know right now? You see, because right now you're not calling yourself a gospel artist anymore, and a lot of people are asking those questions.
It's because I don't want, first, I don't want to misuse the word gospel. You know, people have been misusing that word. And for me, I am so real with God. I'm sure I'm so deep than most of the gospel artists wenye pengine wanasema wanaimba gospel and all that. Because I believe when you become real, you connect more, even with God, with your friends and all that. So sasa sijui, yani hata swali imeenda wapi?
Hata ndio nashangaa venye umejaribu kuruka kiyesu kipetero. But this is what I'm asking. Whatever imekuwa happen the last 1 year, do you feel it's where uliamua ku drop the, you know, the way people knew you as a gospel artist, ukaamua ku drop your tag, ukakuwa sasa I'm just an entertainer? Is it because of what has been happening within the last 1 year?
Not because of the happenings, really. I don't want to blame people. I also don't want to talk about it so much, but for me, if I was talking to God, if God was the one watching this interview, and I know he's listening, you see, me nimekuwa, I've been at the forefront, you know, in terms of, you know, pushing the gospel, in terms of the industry, you understand?
Yeah.
And I was, for instance, you know, one of the things, I even sacrificed, you know, your husband has a record label, you know that. And in Kenya, I can assure you, maybe King Kaka has never made a good return on whatever he's doing. It's because you decide.
Passion,
It's passion first. And I did something. EMB for me was strictly to uplift, you know, gospel talents and all that. But you being in an industry where you're giving your all, you're sacrificing. At times, for you to own a record label in Kenya, at times even your wife has to sacrifice. You understand, in terms of money, in terms of all that. But you know, even with doing all that, my biggest fight, kabisa kush nikwambie kweli, it was not just from the industry, it was from the gospel industry, the fathers. You understand? The fathers and the mothers, the people that unaita mom, unaita dad. You understand? And at some point I was like, wait. As in, they are fighting their own. I was being supported by secular DJs, secular
than the gospel.
You understand? And it was too much pressure for me. Right now, I might be trending. But when I was in gospel, I had scandals. Why? Because they were being created. I no longer have scandals. Me, I no longer see myself on Mpasho, sijui nimefanya nini, sijui it's just a lot.
Is it because you don't have that label, gospel label? That's
no,
why?
they you see, one thing I think, mbona mnanifanya niongee mambo? I don't want
but
to talk.
But you see,
one thing that these musicians thought, because some are legends. Na pengine wana feel ni legend, na pengine alienda akaisha, ana feel ni kama mtu amekuja, see, I understand I'm a kid also. Ni kama mtu amekuja kuchukua space yangu and all that. So they really fought it.
So is it like an
so
ego
hard.
battle?
And then I was like, I am doing this from my heart, you know. I'm trying to push this, you know, new musicians and all that. Nikona, this fight was not worth it. Stories kwa zina creatiwa, unatumiwa di recording, you know, and when God says yes, one day I'll mention a few names, you understand? But it's just wrong. Even hata jana kuna mtu nilitext kwa WhatsApp, you know, they know themselves, nikamwambia, you know, for God's sake, you're a gospel artist. Can you just be off my business? You know, she's a very big gospel musician. I call her mom. But you understand, na tuwakava ana text your model. Kwani lazima ungeenda.
I saw that on Mpasho, I think they posted something.
Oh, sorry. Editor cut.
Hakuna kukat.
Ilikuwa. But you understand, for me, I am like, you know, I'm just doing me.
Do you feel the more you grew, the more people started feeling some type of way, and the more they started looking for things to bring you down?
In the gospel, that was it.
But can I ask,
do you feel that is what made you shift? To drop,
I think
the gospel
that is
thing
what,
about it,
that
and
is
just going
what,
an entertainer.
That is, let me tell you, ata mahali niko, I'm still spiritual. Let me tell you, it's like God cut off the grace. Unajua kukaa mahali, you know, Tracy, if we are dating, I might be a bit not so perfect to you. God can give you grace until some point. Unanivumilia ka chali yako, unanivumilia. And then at some point, the grace is just normal. I think the grace just, the grace, no, see grace, the grace yangu ya God yenye, unajua the Bible says in the book of Corinthians that his grace is sufficient. That sufficient grace, kwa hiyo space iliisha. Now the grace that I have iko mali sahi niko.
No guys, he does not have Grace, he has Diana. But guys, people 1 is the SMS line. We're going to take a very short commercial break. When we come back, we have to dig in more. Do stay.
Well, hizo ni fikra za Bahati na leo anatuambia mafikra yake, unajua, and everything that has been happening, you know, with him. And of course, let's talk about your new song. Ilikuwa ni appetizer before.
This was a teaser.
Teaser.
Album. But iko kwa album. You're talking about fikra za Bahati.
This track number 10.
Yes.
The
last one, I think, was the last?
This was track number 10, in the album. But it was the intro. And then
why did you decide to push FIKRAZABAHATI as the first song? First, you're mentioning names like when it comes to the gospel industry and diss track, because that was a diss track. If you ask me,
nothing personal. Nothing
no
personal
vendettas.
Hakuna mtu personal hapo. Usitaki, unajua unataka niongee sana, but I can tell you Kali is my friend.
Sauti Sol as well.
Sauti Sol is my friend.
Lakini vile umeambia Octo, I sound kama ubeste.
Octo, by the way, unaona ya Octo au wengine sasa, hata at least hata ringtone ni rafiki yangu ya Octo, yani it was just a flow. And najua angekuwa personal angenitukana. Namjua Octo, unajua ni mtu mmoja kichwa ngumu. So it was so innocent.
But when it comes to diss tracks and voicing your opinions, where do you draw the line? Like because I had a couple of replies from FIKRAZABAHATI zingine, and it was very personal. Nasikia
it's because that's what I wanted. I wanted to touch and, you know, get that personal nini waitoe. But you know, you see, it worked for me.
Okay.
It worked for
that
me.
was your plan.
That was my plan, and it worked for me. They walingia kwa trap ban.
Walingia kwa mtego.
Kwa mtego. I think for me, nothing personal. Actually, of all the songs that were released, hakuna kitu nilitake personal. And that's why they even used my official instrumental. If it was personal, ninge strike down from YouTube.
But Nanisi anakudis pia, like he did a reply, DK kwenye beat.
Alifanya
reply, but then iko kwa channel yako. How do you call out someone on his BS and then iko kwa channel yako? Ama lihack account?
I just love DK.
Ama ni plan.
Ni plan, ni gimmick, I mean.
Let's say DK was part of the plan.
DK was also part of the plan.
Wacha nikuseti leo. You are just part of the plan. Sababu, you see DK, when he replied me, alinitumia, I was like, we. Ini noma. You see, we in the industry, let's not take it personal.
It's entertainment.
You understand? Vile alini, nikaona, we. Hii yake ni noma hata kuliko yangu. And
I'll just ask this.
Ni vile tu aliniaka kwa msalaba.
Let me ask you this, because I'm very sure a lot of viewers there, this is something in your wanaweza taka kujua. So for Bahati, the current Bahati we're seeing right now, it's business.
Let me tell you, it has forever been business. Just business blessed by God.
So Sainibo, do we expect you to do something that we saw you doing when you started?
But I always do.
No,
when I was starting, I was doing CSR. I was feeding people. I'm still doing the same.
No, I'm not asking about that. I'm asking about that.
Through other ways.
I'm asking musically, yes.
No, on my album, track number 1 is Wewe ni Mungu.
But that's the only gospel song.
Let the cover not lie to you.
But that's the only gospel song.
The cover is something else. Producer, eke cover hapo. Hiyo cover is wadanganya.
What is the thing behind the cover? You see, of course, you expected all of these reactions. You know, people are like, hey, kumenda aje tena. What was the idea? Ama the same thing, biashara?
No. It was, I just wanted to define the album. The album is Love Like This. And you see, also the album is a journey. It's about Bahati's, growth from mtoto wa mama to the Bahati we have today. So I was just trying to be creative so that I can tell the message that is in the album. But track number 1,
Wewe ni Mungu,
it is special. The only gospel song in the album, and the fans are saying that's the best gospel song they ever had, man.
Bahati, why?
Kutoka nitoe ya nini?
Mimi napenda
Nilitoa
barua
gani?
sana. Barua ilikuwa ngori.
Wacha wewe unanirudisha nyuma sana.
Acha nikurudishe huko. Yeah, that was my favorite. But wewe ni Mungu is the first song na umesema clearly, and you've said it before that it's the only gospel artist. Why do you feel the need to highlight that it's the only gospel artist? Just in case you guys don't listen to the rest, just know the first one.
No. Actually, it's because also my church fans.
Okay.
You see, Bado, my biggest, also following is also from the church. And for your information, I actually did not do the song for the sake of making a hit. I know it's a hit, but I did it to thank God for this far. It was a personal song, It's a song I actually did not write. I was just praying in the studio, and then I recorded. Hata nikiimba love song, hata wanani niliomba in tongues. Because God is the source of my blessings, the more I've interacted with people, man, I've personally interacted with King Kaka, with Otile, with Nyashinsky, and all these people, with Major, and I can tell you for a fact that most of these secular musicians are so real when it comes to spirituality and knowing God than, the ones in the gospel. You understand?
What amazes you the most about the secular side of things? Because right now, tumeachana na hiyo gospel ni number 1 track ndio gospel. Hizi zingine umesema tutapambana na hali. So
Nizo zingine by the way, wewe mkuuliza kwani pastor akitoka Valentines atasikiza Kirk Franklin usiku? Tuache kupimana bana. And that's why these songs,
tukiendelea na hizo zingine, let's talk about the songs.
Hizo songs, that's why more love like this. Yani nimewaekea the best wedding songs, the best, like right now my song with Nadia imeandika a new record also on YouTube. So it is just not about categorizing at gospel secular. No, it is a song from the heart. Yeah.
So do you think, as an entertainer, as Bahati, in your opinion, do you think controversy and entertainment go hand in hand? Because before, when you started singing, hatukuwa tunaona Bahati na skirt na dress, hatukuwa tunaona Bahati akifanya hizi vitu zote. TikTok. So haikuwa TikTok hiyo Baha. It's like just content TikTok. Mimi niliwatch yote.
TikTok.
Niliwatch yote. Do you feel like entertainment, for you to be an entertainer, you have to have controversy?
You don't need to have controversy. You need to be you. When you create controversy, it does not work. Kwani watu wangapi washashika siga kwa video zao?
Was that controversy?
No, that was no controversy. I was just being me in the music video, trying to make a good video.
I'll ask you this.
Ukachoke mbaya.
Kitu hizi pita hapa.
Hata mimi niwaambie na kwa showbiz.
Wacheni nipige tu sherehe yangu hii ingine. Mimi siwezani na hizo vitu.
Oh my. But let me ask you this. I'll be, I love the fact that, you're honest about your truth, because it's yours. You get, there's nothing, we can't take it away from you. But, for someone who's watching.
Hapa lazima unilipe.
Ati?
Tuendelee.
Wewe sikiza. Inaitwa aje?
Mimi una si ndio?
Wewe sina.
Wewe Bahati, focus.
Unanipeleka date, si ndio?
Sawa.
Diana umesikia?
Sawa.
Tuko na ngori.
Aya, Bahati sikia sasa. For someone who's watching, because I know, your fan base, of course, when you may grow up in Christ and all that, you do understand the struggles and all that. Someone who's watching you, and maybe they followed you from ukiwa on that side. Ule Bahati mwenye alikuanga mzuri.
Hata sasa ni uko mzuri.
Nasema, no. I'm like, no, listen, before you Bahati mwenye tunaona sai, mwenye tunaona Yanks amekalia huku, unajua and all that. Someone who's torn in between, should I stick to the old Bahati, or should I, be hivyo to the same way? More like being lukewarm, ni sawa najua God, lakini inaweza fanya hizi vitu zingine. Because you may not smoke and drink, but sasa mtu atafanya hizo vitu literally. You get?
I think what I can tell you is, fear the Lord. Fear the Lord and do as the Lord leads. Fear the Lord and do as the Lord leads.
Na hivyo ndio umemaliza.
Yes, because you understand, you need to be you.
Yeah.
And that's why watoto wetu kwa kwaya wanapata mimba chini ya maji kaa tujui, because we are trying to lock them, hata hawawezi express. You understand? Can even in the churches, can we let our youth unaji express so that tukiona uko na pepo tunakuambia toka pepo kwa jina la la Yesu. Lakini unaona mkikuwa sorry bro, haja ni joke nayo, lakini bila unaka mtu kaa Ringtone viona kuna kitu alifungiwa kufanya kwa kanisa. Nyinyi mnaonanga vitu hivi ufanye saa hii. He is our father and I respect him so much. But kuna vitu hivi ufanya hadi nasema kai Ringtone angeachwa tu aende happy akiwa mdogo.
Unafeel amemiss a part of life.
Ana miss. Sasa unajua hata sasa nataka kuanza kumtembelea na mchukua na mzungurusha na muonyesha life.
Wewe umeionea wapi na umekuwa pia mtu wa church?
Sijui niko hapo sasa, I'm still young, you see. Ndio Ringtone anaenda 50.
Yeah. Okay. Bahati, focus. Bahati, when you came into the industry, wacha Ringtone hapo tulikuwa unataka tena anze nini videos. Anyway,
videos amenifanyianga. Hakuna kitu aje niambia Ringtone. Yaani Ringtone anaweza kuwa na yeye jana. Guys, you know I love this guy. Tunaweza kuwa na yeye jana kabisa vizuri.
Na kudisleo.
Alafu kesho asubuhi aniandikie vitu. Wewe Bahati wewe. Wewe kwa chairman. I'm like, is this guy? It's okay.
But Bahati, when you came into the industry, tulikuwa tunakujua as that orphaned young guy from ABC, and of course ukakuja ukagrow mbele ya macho zetu. Well, hata sisi tulikuwa tunagrow as well, but ukakuja ukasaya kids, ukaoa. Bahati, since we are celebrating Father's Day on Sunday, leo ni Friday, it's fine. But what has your kids taught you, a value that you never knew that you had? What have they taught you?
First, the biggest, I can say family and kids are still my biggest blessings and my biggest achievements, because they taught me how to be more responsible. Before I do anything, I make any move, I think about my kids so much, and I think responsibility is still the biggest lesson. You know, I take my time, I speak my mind, also my kids wamenifundisha understanding. I am really I understand everyone. Ile you just try to live with everyone, because there's no one who is perfect. Even me, I have my own flaws and all that.
Nice. Let's talk about, one thing I admire about you. You're young and you've adopted, and you're taking care of kids who are not biologically yours. Sure. What does that mean to you? Because I'm very sure there are people out there when you wanaogopa kitu kama hiyo, mtu akole si mtoto wangu, how do I spend and take care and care about someone who's not?
Naliwachukua before hata apate wake.
Exactly. What does that mean to you, and what will you tell young people out here maybe who are scared of making that move, but maybe in their heart they do feel it's something they can do?
Of course, it's a lot of pressure, not actually to me, but even to the person you marry. Hello. Diana alikuja akapata I have Morgan and I had Mweni. So much respect first, to that lady for accepting me with, that is also in a way, it's also in a way a burden also. For me, I just think when I'm passionate to do anything, I give my best. When I'm passionate to maybe to change someone's life the way God gives me the grace, I do it. So I think hiyo ilinishika. I was actually broke by the time I took in Morgan. Nilikuwa yani mseboja si, unaelewa? But all through, God has been faithful. We have never lacked. Maybe yeye ndio malaika kwa nyumba. I don't understand that some.
Yeah, that's true. But on a lighter note, how well do you know Diana?
Well.
Very well. Okay, fine. Diana alizaliwa hosi gani? I don't know. Is this? Guys.
Okay. Mimi nilizaliwa gani? Mimi mwenyewe nilizaliwa gani?
Ndio show inaisha Diana. Umeona mri wako?
Thank you so much, Bahati, for coming through. Keep on doing what you're doing.
Please.
And, inspiring others out here and doing good.
And guys, keep supporting the industry. You're doing such, marvelous work na nini. Unajua, watu tusichukulie kitu serious sana, by the way. Before nilikuwa nachukulia vitu serious sana. to support industry, we need to grow, because if we don't, industry yetu ikinyamaza, watu wanaanza kusema oh, artist wa Kenya hata tuwasikiangi, tunasikianga Diamond, tuna sijui nani. No. Sawa? We need. Najua nimekuwa headline sana, but bado ndio nimeanza. Guys, please brace yourself with your bundles. And pangeni group zenyu za mushene. I'm about to make your life better, but I appreciate every fan who has been supporting me. And your support, your love, I don't take it for granted. Go stream my new album, Love Like This, exclusive on Boomplay. Let's create a new record.
Guys, thank you so much for coming. And Bahati,
thank you for
gracing.
Nipeni hug.
Usiharibu mic zetu by the way.
Najua hapa tu ndio
guys, we've come to the end of the show. Watu wangu wa 10:30 wa reggae tuona nini?
Yes.
Hivyo ndio tulibahatika na Bahati today.
Happy
Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Bye bye.
Nice weekend.